that was successful in the championship last season when he had a hatful of wins on his way to the title. Lights go out then, the race gets underway. Not a great start from the second row of the grid by Leon Frost, who switched cars for this season. It's a very good start from Dan Polly from pole position. Look at that, he's away like a Golden Cup. He's gone straight on into the gravel trap. He's gone too fast into Clermont Corner. It was too good to be true, that start from Dan Polly. He's got back onto the circuit, but in the midfield, and so that means it's Vaughan Jones, number 3, from 4th on the grid, perennial third place finisher in the championship that leads, but he's got Matt Harbert alongside him, look, as they head down towards Tower Corner for the first time, and Harbert's got through, I think, before they even get there. It's Jones in second, someone locking up in third. Oh, that's a breathless start to the race, and we've got to see Dan Polly doing in this race what Ryan Narrow did in the last one.
Yeah, I think so, but he's not as far back. He's only, sort of low single figure, so maybe like 7th place. I didn't quite catch exactly where he was, but I don't think he's got a massive amount to see the number 93 coming through on the number 3, so that is
Leon
Frost, yes, yeah, on Jones, as we see. Oh, somebody going wide there as well. So yeah, people obviously just trying to find their groove in this first opening lap of the race. This is where we see people make mistakes because the tyres are cold, even though they had the yellow flag lap, the green flag lap, sorry. They had the green flag lap to warm up the tyres. It's not obviously going to be at complete operating temperature, but coming into the complex now, look at this train of cars. This is what we love to see. Just 44 going around the outside as Polly. He's just trying to get himself back up into the front of the grid. So actually, I think he might be out of the top 10 looking at it. Let's have a look.
I think he is.
Yeah, let's have a look over the start-finish line. Let's see where he drops down to. He is at 9th place. Okay, he's in 9th place at the moment.
Yeah, we saw Will Malins. His car was pulling off the circuit there. The drive from Southport in the Shane Mark 1. So Polly is 9th, is 6.7 seconds behind the leader, Matt Harbour, who's actually got a very good lead here. The man from Markfield in Leicestershire, a 1.7 second lead in first place over the second of the dominators. That is Leon Frost in P2, and then it's Vaughan Jones in P3. The driver from Abergavenny is Dan Polly and Peter Belzy, actually. There's Peter Belzy in the 61 Spider, the ex-Jez Clark championship winning car. A couple of championship winning cars duking it out there. Dan Polly in the bright yellow car, Peter Belzy in the bright green car, but both of them made progress there. I think possibly up to about 7th and 8th places, I would think now, because they're ahead of Colin Gregory.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, Dan Polly went from 9th to 7th in one corner. So 2 places in one, around the outside as well. So we overtook 2 cars around the outside into Tower Bend. And that just goes to show, obviously, somebody that's had a lot of experience. Oh, it's number 46.
Yeah, that's Malins, who was off on the previous lap but has got going again and now is in more strife by the looks.
Yes, but yeah, so towards the... Dan Polly, obviously, he's just having to make the inroads now, so he's catching up to 6th place, which is Bradley Tarleton. We're currently looking at the number 36, I believe that is. No, 32B. Simon Foley, that is, in 4th place. So Simon is being caught by Peter Studer. So down the start-finish straight, yeah, he's going very defensive at the moment. So bit of a train down the start-finish straight. I think he's kept the position. He has. So coming up shortly behind them, though, it will be Dan Polly. So, yeah, he's currently in 7th place, and he's on the charge. 8 seconds currently behind Matt Harbert.
Yeah, so we've got Studer in the 55 car. That's the TCR there, and 32 is Simon Foley, and that is in the Maverick with a Bears engine and gearbox. It was a car that was built by the Heritage. James Heritage, of course, won the V Championship in the past. It was a sister car, this, to the championship winning car, the Maverick that's being based there. Meanwhile, Dan Polly, we could see attacking Bradley Tarleton for 6th position. She could win to shot now. We've got the local man from Middleton Tyres about 5 miles down the road, number 4, Tim Probert, going through, and he's in about 11th place at the moment, I think, doing battle with Richie Chauhan. Here's, though, Dan Polly, who led into the first corner, well, into the first gravel trap, and he's, I think, now challenging Bradley Tarleton for the last place inside the top 6 here.
Yes, absolutely, and he's made some inroads already. He's going very, very quickly. I have just spotted there at the corner of my eye, the leaders are quite close. As Dan Polly goes, looks at the inside, but not quite. He gets the door shut on him by Bradley Tarleton. But yeah, it'll be a matter of time before he's passed, I'm sure, and then he can get on with the rest of his... Oh, bit of a slide there from Bradley Tarleton. just gets a little bit of the back end coming out, and you can see there that, yeah, Dan Polly's already alongside down the start-finish straight, past the start-finish line. He'll be taking 6th position. He already has taken 6th position before they reach the line. There we go, into the first corner. He has gone past, and there we go. Here are the leaders. So Matt Harbour has been caught once again by Leon Frost. So Leon is right on the charge there now. He's got into his groove, he's got into his rhythm, and he is now challenging Matt Harbour for the lead of the race.
There's yellow flags in the background because Will Malians has stopped again at the chicane. It's been a stop-start race for him. He has completed 2 laps, but now is in problems once again. So here is the car heading through the Jim Clark S's then, the 2 leaders together, Matt Harbert and Leon Frost, both of them in AHS Dominators. Frosty, the 19-year-old from Ashington, switching to this car for this season. Stood car racing only from last year, had a few wins in Formula 3. Current aims to move into Formula Ford and then the British Touring Car Championship, and he lists Croft as his favourite circuit anywhere, but now he's got a safety car to deal with, so he can't attack Matt Harbert just yet. That'll be to allow the recovery of Will Malins from where he has come to rest at the chicane, and the safety car is waiting patiently at the exit of pit lane to pick up the cars as they come out of the hairpin, which they do now. And the marshals, yeah, I think they're going to be able to move this one quite quickly, aren't they, because they just needed that gap to get down to the car, and the car is still rolling, so they're just going to be able to pull or push that car, would think, up against the barrier, and then they'll be able to get going once again. So it might only be 1 lap behind the safety car, Kieran.
Yeah, I think so, but I tell you what, it does help. Dan Polly.
Yes.
It closes everyone back up, and it means that in 6th position, he can now have eyes on Matt Harbert and Leon Frost up at the front. And if those two continue to fight, and Vaughan Jones and Peter Studer were also quite close together, it looks like, I think, we may have a nice fight on our hands in the top 5. I don't want to say for first or second or third. Top 5 in general. It's probably going to be a good battle coming up once the safety car comes in. But yeah, it does look like the marshals are just waiting for the cars to go past. So you can sort of, and you can't see on the camera currently, but yeah, we can see out of our commentary box window. The car is off to the side of the circuit. They're just waiting for the cars to go past. And then I think they're going to...
They've got the pickup truck coming out, I think, to try and hook up, so it might take a little bit longer to recover than we first thought. There's still 7.5 minutes of the race to go here. I think there was possibly a bit of a fuel issue for that 46 car of Will Malins that stopped as well. That's certainly been reported. That might be the issue there. So we have had 4 laps of this race. It's being led as the number 24 car is in the pit lane, which is Rick Langley. Now, he was the driver that could start from the back of the grid, and he's explaining the problem.
Yeah, very racing driver.
Very technical terms.
Yes, very technical and racing driver way of explaining things. Yes.
Yeah. So the team having a look.
That would explain quite
a lot. That's not good at all.
That should be connected. I mean, I'm no race engineer, but there's a problem there with the suspension. And
yeah.
So there, it looks like it's getting out the car race over for Rick, who is busy with also racing in the Mazda 7s as well. So as you say, we've had 4 laps. Matt Harbert number 1 leading, 93. Leon Frost in 2nd, Vaughan Jones number 3 is 3rd, 55 Peter Studer is in 4th place, 5th is number 32 Simon Foley, and 6th is number 44, which is Dan Polly. And you were saying, of course, that this safety car will be to the benefits of Dan Polly. I think there will be 1 more lap behind the safety car at least. But is it a benefit or is it not? Because on the one hand he's getting closer, on the other hand he's losing time in the race and laps in the race to be able to make moves on the drivers ahead of him. So it's a sort of double-edged coin, really. It
is to an extent, but you've also got to remember that the more that he was going to be battling, the more Matt Harbert and Leon Frost were going to pull away. So, yes, okay, it's less time in the race, but if he can get a really good start, and I mean, we've already seen him take 2 cars in 1 corner, if he can do something similar, he's right on the back of them straight away. And this might be wishful thinking to think in that way, but you never know what's going to happen. We've just seen the car has just exited the track that is being recovered, so should be theoretically at the end of this lap. Next time around, we'll go racing.
I would think so, and what we're going to have 3.5 minutes or so. We might squeeze 3 laps in out of this.
Yeah, which is enough time.
it is. I mean, the best lap of the race so far has gone to Frost, 132.913. The lap record for these cars around Croft is a 131.18, set by Craig Pollard, of course, we saw out earlier on in the F1000s. That was in 2022, so that was when he took the WEV to the title. That is the car now being driven by Dan Polly. One lap times he's done so far, 134.916, but of course he's been mired in battles. He's not had a clear run of things as yet. Of course, he was fastest in qualifying with a 133.862.
Ooh.
So yeah, he's certainly.
So Frost is quicker than the pole qualifying time then.
Absolutely. Well, he did do well, didn't he, to close the gap to Harbert there, because Harbert had a decent advantage at one point, which has come down. Now the safety car lights are still on, but I imagine they're going to be turned off very shortly.
Yeah, I would have thought so. I mean, the safety cars, lights are off, the safety cars sped up, and the queue are slowing down. Here we go. So Matt Harbert is now in control. Safety car will come round the complex, round the last corner, and into the pits, and it will then be on Matt Harbert to dictate when to start flooring it, essentially. Yeah. So Leon Frost is just going to be glued to the back of the car. I think they've gone. I think they've gone already.
Yeah, I think you're right. So before they arrived at the complex, so safety car's going to turn into the pit lane. Ooh. Already pushing on to dust it by the leader, Matt Harbert. We've not got to the green flag yet, guys. Come on. Still with yellows at the moment, so of course no overtaking until they get to the timing line, which Matt Harbert arrives at about now. And there's one car that has come to a stop out on the circuit, which is not very convenient. Try and pick up on who that was in a moment. But Harbert's did a fantastic job of that restart there. Yeah. Huge gap over Frost. And then Vaughan Jones locks up in third place, but third, fourth, fifth and sixth, Dan Polly right together as they turn their way through Hawthorne for the first of what is going to be, I think, 3 laps of this restarted race.
I'm not sure how on earth Matt has done that, and even, to be honest, Leon has got
a massive... Polly has spun! Oh, no! Dan Polly has spun coming out of the chicane. He was in the gravel at the first corner. He fought back to 6th. And now he's spun it on the first lap of the restart. I don't think that car likes being on cold tyres.
No, I'm not sure it's like him being at Croft either, to be honest. It doesn't seem to want to go around this track very well. But anyway, this is, third place, I think, battle at the moment, 4-car train. Let's have a quick look. 3. Yes. So currently Peter Studia is in third place, Vaughan Jones in 4th. Simon Foley's not there. Oh, yeah, sorry. Simon Foley is there. Yeah, Dan Polly's not there. So that's Bradley Tarleton right behind him. Yeah, there it is.
And then Peter Beldy in the Green Spider in 7th. They're all a little way behind the leaders who are already coming into the complex, I can tell you. It was a great restart, as you're saying. Here they are from Matt Harbert. Leon Frost caught napping a little bit, I think.
Oh!
Stereo there. Bradley Tarleton has spun and now at the complex, so he's on the grass. I think he's going to get back into the race, but the 2 leaders are over the line. I think we've got time for 2 more laps here. The gap is 1.5 seconds between Harbert and Frost. That was the best lap of the race so far, and the first flying lap after the restart of 132.468. And now another spinner. Everyone's at it. It's number 7, Rich Walsh, that time in the gap that goes round on the exit of the hairpin. Here is Polly fighting back to get 8th place away from Tim Probert.
He's dropped exactly to where he ended up last time as well. So that car must just be like, I want to be in 9th place. Please let me just be here. But yeah, so a bit further up, so we've got the number 12 of Richie Connon, but towards the front. There we go. So Peter Studer is just having to defend that third position place now from Vaughan Jones. But Vaughan is, he's not staying there. He wants to get past. So coming up towards the Jim Clark S's, he's right in the slipstream now. I think realistically, the next place to get round is going to be into Sunny in Barcroft. If you just get the positioning right, you might be able to get your nose into the inside of the corner just before, but I think he's a little bit too far back for that. So we're going to have to do line astern. In the background, they're just taking varying lines, obviously just trying to catch each other out and just see if they can gain any advantage on each other in the queue. But it looks like also Matt Harbert is just pulling away a little bit from Leon Frost as well. So last lap, I think he gained about 0.3 of a second. This lap, don't know. Let's have a quick look what the gap is over the line. I don't think there's anything Leon Frost can do. Let's have a look at the time, and it is 2.7. Yes,
it's doubled basically. Hasn't it?
Essentially. So that battle is, I want to say it, completed. So let's go for third place back, which is what we're currently looking at. And yes, so we've got Simon Polly going up the inside of Vaughan Jones there. So Vaughan, who was looking at third place, is now staring at the back of the position he used to hold.
Yeah, so he's down to fourth place, Foley up to fourth, and Peter Beldy there in the number 61 car is in sixth position, but he'll fancy his chances now of getting past, well, certainly Jones and maybe Foley as well here, because it's very quick in a straight line, that Spider. Is he past Jones? He is past Jones, yes. He's up to fifth position then. Peter Studio's had 3 wins and 36 podiums in his 158 races in that car. He told me that, that's not just me doing my research. So he's had a good amount of success in that car in the past. He's up to fifth place now, past Vaughan Jones here. I think you're absolutely right, Kieran. The two leads are probably done battling, because there was 2.7 seconds between them. We're just going back into our side to the complex now, and there's a heck of a distance between them.
That is a big distance. Yeah, you can't see obviously what we're seeing, but we just waited a good few seconds for Leon Frost to come around the last corner. But anyway, around the last corner, Matt Harbert, he has deserved. He's done everything he needed to do, and he takes the first win of the year in the number 1, defending the championship that he won last year in the only way that he can, by winning the first race.
Yeah, great start to the season in the Sustained Fuels Formula V Championship. He wins by 6 seconds in the end from a rather recalcitrant Frost. Studio is third. Belty gets fourth on the line, pretty much, from Foley. There's Jones in sixth, Gregory seventh, Dan Polly eighth in the end, and a car with some missing front
Phil
body
Waterhouse.
there. It's Phil Waterhouse in the Ferrari Tasso. I think there's the remains of his car.
Yeah.
So that was the originally RE, that car, built by John Harrison, and he's much modified it and put his name in front of it to make it the Phil RE. And
can't beat British humour sometimes.
No, exactly. But he came across the line in 12th with most of his car still intact. But Harbert there, great win. I suspect Leon Frost may have had a problem there, because he just couldn't really take the fight to Harbert after the restart, could he?
I'm wondering whether he maybe cooked his tyres.
Could have done.
Because if you look at the last laps that he did, Harbert was still in the low 34s, whereas Frost was in the 37 point, essentially 5.
Yeah.
So that's a big, big disparity. So yeah, either an engine issue, or maybe he just overcooked his tyres when he was catching Harbert and had nothing left to fight with after the safety car.
Well, maybe we'll find out with Tom in a moment.
Yes.
But it was number 1, Matt Harbert, that took the win at the end of 9 laps in the AHS Dominator. Second, number 93, Leon Frost, 6.161 seconds behind. Third place was number 55, Peter Studer in the TCR Challenger. In fourth position, number 61, Peter Beldy in the Spider Mark II. Fifth, 32, Simon Foley in the Maverick. Sixth was number 3, Vaughan Jones in the Storm. Seventh, number 72, Colin Gregory in the Shane. 8.44, Dan Polly, eventful race for him, in the Wev. Ninth, number 4, Tim Probert in the Storm, and rounding out the top 10 in the GAC after a spin, number 36, Bradley Carlton. It was 12, Richie Chowhan, 66, Phil Waterhouse, 28, Sam Engineer, and 75, Mark Egan. Behind them, Rich Walsh, he also had a spin, Daniel Lanier, Lewis Scholes and Chris Wilshire were the 18 cars that made it to the checkered flag in round 1 of the Sustained Fuels Formula V Championship. They have a double header, so they have another race to come tomorrow afternoon around about 1 o'clock. They're going to be the second race of the day tomorrow. Cars heading down the pit road, so very shortly they'll be into the clutches of Tom Butterworth. And for those of you that are at the circuit, Kieran, I believe that the cafe are open this evening, are they not?
Yes, they are. I was having a bit of a chat with their manager earlier, and she was very excited to say that they're actually open this evening up until 7:15 p.m. With the options of lasagna and salad. So for people here at the circuit that late, which I suspect with the amount of car issues that we've had, there's going to be a few of them.
Yes.
They can go and get a nice lasagna from the cafe at the hangar up in the main bit of the paddock area. So nice lasagna for those that are going to be working very hard underneath their cars for quite late this evening, I'd imagine. Much
needed, I am sure. So, down in the pit lane, I can see drivers clambering out of their cars. Peter Studer, Leon Frost and Matt Harbert, our top 3 in the Sustained Fuels Formula V Championship race, and Tom Butterworth is ready to speak to them.
Matt,
Look, new colour. Thank You looked extremely happy with that win, punch in the air over the line, big drift out the final corner.
Yeah, it was unexpected. So Dan didn't test yesterday at all, and he turned up, put it on pole, and I thought we were in for a long season. Obviously Dan went deep. I was expecting to see him come back through, and then Leon put us under a bit of pressure. The car's running a bit rough on the right-hand side. It was banging around a lot, and I was a bit worried it was going to go, but it held together. We had a great restart. I think we kept caught Leon napping a bit really, and then just managed to break the toe, and then I just tried to put 2 really big laps in to break it, and then Leon seemed to ease up a bit, and nice. Really enjoyed the last 3 laps. It was just good, really good. Yeah, great race, great start to the season.
It's nice to be able to relax on the final 3 laps. What when you say it was banging away, what do you mean?
I thought a plug had blown at first. It was missing on the right-hand side of the boxer engine. I was going to come in the pits on the formation lap. It seemed to right itself, but it was getting very loud on the right-hand side. So yeah, we need to have a look at that for tomorrow, or we're going to be very disappointed tomorrow.
Well, that's definitely going to be a come down from today anyway, if it does go wrong. But yeah, no, congratulations. I'm going to try and find Leon Frost. I think he's over this way.
Oh, no.
Leon, not the best of restarts, but still managed to bring it home P2.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to go that early, really. I didn't think he could go that early, so yeah, I was a bit surprised by that one. We have the pace, we had it in the first half, but yeah, in the later half, I just struggled with a bit of grip, but the team have done a good job. And I thank Alan Harding for letting me drive this car this year. It's a good car, and I'm proud to drive it. But it's a good result. I'm not too happy with it personally. Could have done better, but. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a good result, good points. Some of our other competitors didn't do too well, so that's helped us. But yeah, just keep going tomorrow, rest tonight, think about what we can do better, and go again tomorrow. Just like to thank Julian Gamble, supplying us with a buggy this weekend. Like for PGM for our stickers, RH20 Fitness for keeping me, fit and ready for a race weekend. My mum and dad for supporting me all the way through, and everyone else that's helped us as well.
Well, you certainly look fit. You look like you're barely broken a sweat, to be honest with you. But
very hot.
Good result, and congratulations on second. And then Peter Studer taking 3rd place away. Was it down into turn number 1 down here through Hawthorns?
There was a few overtaking moves. Yeah, no, I got Vaughan out the back into the end of the straight. I can't remember the name of the corner at the back.
I knew it was the end of one of the straights.
No, I got 4th into the first corner before the restart, and then I got Vaughan just before the safety car as well. So off 8th, and a pretty dozy qualifying this morning. I wasn't really on it this morning, but yeah, no, really good. Good start, good clean race as usual. Seemed to be going on all behind me. I was trying not to look in the mirrors, but no, really, really happy. Good way to start the year. I guess like we finished last year. So yeah, thank you. It's really good.
Yeah, the way to the podium while everyone around you is losing their head. Keep yours.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of experience over a lot of these guys. Actually, I had my very, very first race 43 years ago yesterday. So yeah, I've been doing this for a while.
That's longer than I've been around. So we're going to move on from that swiftly and not let Peter tell everybody his age.